Hello everyone and welcome to a new Let's Play. We are playing The Few. The Few is a nickname that was given to the RAF pilots during Second World War, and it's going to be our job in this game to be the leader of these pilots. We are going to play the battle for Britain and we are hopefully going to win. So what is The Few? The Few is a mixture of strategy and arcade game. It's not very in-depth, but it's quite fun. It's intuitive and I enjoy playing it because it's not all that easy. It's not all that hard, but it's not all that easy either. So we're going to play it and I'm going to explain it to you. Now, a fair warning, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this Let's Play. I'm pretty sure I won't, or that I might not record all of the episodes, just glimpses on how the campaign is proceeding. There are various reasons to this, which you will see soon. But on the other hand, I'm going to do my best to accompany you through this journey. So let's start a new player. We are going to find a nice portrait for us. Oh, this one is cool, but looks like a Russian to me. Something more. Oh, okay. This is what I've been looking for. And we are going to enter a nice name for our player. Let's call him Alfapiomega. How surprising. So the map is being generated and now we have a choice of 3 campaigns. There's 10-day Blitz campaign, 25-day Quick campaign and 50-day Their Finest Hour campaign. Now I think I'm going to go with Their Finest Hour, but as I mentioned, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to go through all the 50 days because, and this is pretty much given by the game, it's quite long-winded, but you shall see. In the beginning, it's always fun.
It is 1940. Most of Europe has been defeated by Nazi Germany. Only the British Empire stands alone. In preparation for the invasion, the Luftwaffe must destroy the RAF to allow for the safe passage of the German invasion force.
Yes, you are right.
The RAF is ill-prepared with lack of planes and manpower. The mission. Your mission is to defend the country for 50 days. Defend your cities, maximize the war funds, and build the defense system. Do not let the Prime Minister down, and keep your performance rating high. Resources. You have at your disposal the ability to build factories, airfields, radar stations, and planes. You must train pilots and keep them alive long enough that you can build a pool of experience. Good luck, Commander.
So this was a nice overview of pretty much all that the game has to offer. We will take care of all the set tasks and hopefully we will manage to survive, which will be easier the longer we play the game, which is kind of weird, but you shall see. Now I'm going to play the tutorial.
Check the help in the menu to read once more about everything we have learned today.
I'm not going to play the tutorial because I already played it. Instead I'm going to explain to you what the game is like and we're going to start from there. So this is France. This is basically the west coast of France. This is United Kingdom. I doubt there's many of you that wouldn't notice that already. Now the game map is divided into hexes. This is pretty much all that we have to care about, but it's more than enough, trust me. Each of these hexes can contain 1 building and that is tops. There's not that many buildings. There's airfields, there's air bases, anti-aircraft batteries, radar stations and factories. You can see that we only have 2 airfields and we only have 1 factory. There's only 5 buildings in the game, that's correct, but each one of these plays a very significant role and needs to be placed carefully, otherwise you are going to lose really fast. So let's start with the airfields. The airfields are basic buildings, I would say. They decide for you where your squadrons will be based. So as Germans will be coming like this, we should place them somewhere in the south so that we are capable of fast response. So I'm going to place one here in Reading, and the second one will place, say, Castle Camps, Duxford. I don't know, let's go with Duxford. Duxford is nice. Now, we have also one factory to start with. Factories will be placed in the very north. Let's put them to Darlington. The reason why I'm doing this is that Luftwaffe has only one task: to destroy our factories. Once they manage to destroy all of the factories that we have, at this point we have only one, they win. So basically we can't let them cross into the mainland or into the northern territories, because they can bomb the hell out of our factory, and that is unpleasant. Now, each one of these air bases, wait, these are airfields, and yes, airfield. Airbase is something different. Each one of these airfields can hold one squadron. So we are going to create a squadron now. So this Reading airbase will have the 302nd Squadron, which is a Polish squadron. So we are recruiting pilots now, and each one of these pilots will be given an airplane. There are only 2 airplanes in the game. Oh, as far as RAF goes, that is. There are Spitfires and there are Hurricanes. There's only very little difference between these 2 airplanes. I'm going to show you. You can see that there isn't that much of a difference. Spitfire turns slightly faster. It needs only 140 meters to complete a turn, and it is slightly faster, about 40 kilometers per 40? Yeah, it's 49 kilometers per hour. It has less guns though. Hurricane has more guns. Now these don't seem... oh, and Spitfire is less armored and has less ammo, but is also more expensive. Now, despite this being very subtle difference, it actually makes a whole lot of difference. Spitfires are interceptors, Hurricanes are bomber killers. If you send Hurricanes against German fighters, you are in for a big disappointment. While Spitfires do well against interceptors, and they are not that bad against bombers as well, though their lack of ammo is sometimes a bit disturbing, but you can deal with it. I think that we can deal with it. This is the reason why I mainly and almost exclusively use Spitfires, because they are multi-purpose, I would say. So now let's create a squadron of Spitfires. Up here you can see that we have 6 available Spitfires. We had 8, 2 of them are distributed between our pilots though. So I'm going to give them the rest of the Spitfires. And we're going to create a second squadron here in Duxford, which will be the 238th Squadron, which is Royal Air Force. So let's recruit pilots and give them all Hurricanes. Now, while these will be training, we can start the game and look a bit at our strategy. Now, our biggest task that we have ahead of us is creating at least 3 of the radar stations here, which is about £500,000 British pounds. You can see that our amount of pounds, or available pounds, it's in thousands, is slowly going up. The reason for that is that we are gaining taxes from the population, but it takes time. So we're going to start with a radar station immediately, and I'm going to place it here in West Malling, or maybe in Ashford, or maybe in Detling. We'll see. Once we finish it, I'm going to queue for a couple of Spitfires, and then we're going to work on a second radar. Eventually, I'd like to have a set of 4 radar stations, because radar stations are what you could call an early warning. They will help you and they will let you know when the enemy is approaching. Though you have to remember, this is Second World War, so you don't get any information other than that. Okay, other than that the enemy is coming. So you have to be prepared, and that's where the squadrons come in. Now, training is almost finished. Yes, the Spitfires are taking a bit longer though. Doesn't really matter. We have 127,000 pounds, so let's speed up the game a bit so that we can get our first radar station. Okay, squadrons are ready. What I like about the game is that it's very unforgiving, and it's kind of realistic in a way that very few battles that you will have with the enemy are casualty free. So you have to be really careful, produce a lot of airplanes, and always be on your guard, because you never know what the enemy will throw at you. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere and bomb one of your airfields. It's kind of bothersome, I have to say, but I enjoy the fact that the game doesn't really give a shit about if you're ready or not. It's just coming for you. Okay, we finished our first radar station. Now where should we put it? Well, I put it here, and that would probably be best. The Detling. In Detling. Or maybe I could put it... No, that would be too up north. Or maybe west. Oh, let's put it here. It's going to give us a nice arc. You see this round circle around it? That's the range of it. Once the enemy enters it, it will start making a beeping noise to alert you to the presence of enemy forces. Now, so far no enemies. Let's queue in 4 more Spitfires and then start with radar stations. Okay, so far no enemies. Okay, we have our first enemies incoming. So let's scramble our Spitfire squadron, because we don't know what they are. They're most likely bombers, but we shall see. Oh, here they are. We can see them now. So let's meet them and intercept them. Okay, we should be able to intercept them, but just in case we won't. God damn it, guys, you missed them. Okay, well, our Hurricanes will have to take care of it. Hopefully they will be able. And we got 4 fighters. Well, that's no, not a good situation there. But we don't have much of a choice. So let's intercept them. Here you can see what the battle will be like. We have 8 Hurricanes against 4 fighters. Is the 1st JG 2nd Squadron. I'm not entirely sure what these stand for. I vowed to check it out, but I never really had the time. So if someone knows, please explain to me how these work. I'll be happy. Now we'll turn into a slightly different mode. This is where the arcade part of the game comes into play. You can see the 2D map of the battle here in front of you. Here are our squadrons, 2 times 4 Hurricanes, and they're coming against 4 Messerschmitts. It's the BF 109s. So we are coming against them. I'm going to start the game, and you can see that they're changing their formation because they spotted us. So we'll go against them, and you basically have to lead your squadrons against the enemy and give them orders on how they should approach the situation. What is cool about this though is the fact that your pilots gain experience and become way more skilled in fighting. Now I'm pretty sure that we will see many casualties here because this is far from ideal. Okay, they're coming right for us, so it would be pretty cool if we just, as we are strongly or much better armored than they are, because these are more armored planes or better armored planes, we're just gonna go for a straight up assault and hope that we're gonna shoot them down before they can react. Okay, one down. Second one is heavily damaged, so we'll turn these around and go for the other 2 interceptors. Okay, another one down, but we are starting to take damage. Hiram Waghorn is getting his ass kicked, so we can really not leave it that way. Oh, we lost him already. I wanted to... If you saw it, there was a choice for you to let him parachute out, but I wasn't fast enough. Okay, so what's happening here? This guy is not doing anything, so turn around. Okay, Wheaton is getting nailed. Okay, last one. But we already lost one pilot, which is a bummer. Shouldn't really go that way. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's nailing... Who's this? Philip Yaschuk. Okay, bail out. And on the last moment. So we lost 2 planes, lost 1 pilot, but we managed to shoot down 4 enemy fighters. Not bad for an unskilled squadron of Hurricanes.